Welcome! Today we're going to solve a trigonometric equation. By the end of this video, you will be able to solve equations of the form sine of x plus sine of y equals 0. Specifically, we'll be tackling this problem: solve sine x plus sine 3x equals 0. To do this, we'll rely on a key trigonometric identity, the sum to product formula for sines. Let's get started. Our goal is to find all the values of x that make this equation true. In other words, we want to find all solutions. Here is our equation again: sine of x plus sine of 3x equals 0. Now, you might be tempted to try isolating one of the sine terms, but that won't simplify the problem because we have sines of different arguments, x and 3x. We can't just subtract sine of x from both sides to get sine of 3x equals negative sine of x. While that statement is true, it doesn't give us a direct path to the solutions. Instead, we're going to use a powerful tool called the sum to product identity. This identity allows us to take a sum of two sine functions and express it as a product, which is much easier to work with when an equation is set to 0. The identity states that sine of a plus sine of b equals 2 times sine of a plus b over 2 times cosine of a minus b over 2. Notice how it changes a sum into a product. By using this identity, we can transform our complex sum into a simple product, which we can then solve. This will allow us to find all the values of x that are solutions to the equation. Now, let's apply that identity to our specific equation. Our equation is sine of x plus sine of 3x equals 0. We can see that the argument x in our first term corresponds to the a in our identity, and the argument 3x corresponds to the b. So, we'll set a equal to x and b equal to 3x. Substituting these into our sum to product identity, we get 2 times sine of x plus 3x over 2 times cosine of x minus 3x over 2. And this whole expression is still equal to 0. Now, let's simplify the arguments of our sine and cosine functions. X plus 3x is 4x, and x minus 3x is negative 2x. Dividing both arguments by 2 gives us 2 times sine of 2x times cosine of negative x equals 0. We have one more simplification. Remember that cosine is an even function, which means cosine of negative x is the same as cosine of x. So, we can replace cosine of negative x with cosine of x. Our simplified equation is 2 sine of 2x cosine of x equals 0. Notice how we've transformed the problem into a simple product of trigonometric functions. This is a crucial step. Now that we have our equation in a product form, we can use the zero product property. Our simplified equation is 2 times sine of 2x times cosine of x equals 0. The zero product property says that if the product of several terms is 0, at least one of those terms must be 0. The 2 can't be 0, so either sine of 2x is 0, or cosine of x is 0. This gives us two separate, simpler equations to solve: sine of 2x equals 0 and cosine of x equals 0. We need to solve both to find all the solutions to our original problem. First, let's solve case 2, which is a bit more straightforward. Cosine of x equals 0. Cosine of an angle is 0 at pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. We can express all solutions by adding multiples of 2 pi. A more concise way to write this is to notice that the solutions are pi over 2 plus any integer multiple of pi. For example, if k is 0, we get pi over 2. If k is 1, we get 3 pi over 2. So, our first family of solutions is x equals pi over 2 plus k times pi, where k is an integer. Now, let's solve case 1, sine of 2x equals 0. This requires a little more care because the argument of the sine function is 2x. We're solving the equation sine of 2x equals 0. We know that sine of an angle is 0 at 0 radians, pi radians, 2 pi radians, and so on. In other words, the angle must be an integer multiple of pi. So, the argument of our sine function, which is 2x, must be equal to k times pi, where k is an integer. This is a very common mistake students make. They forget that the argument is 2x and just try to solve for x directly. Remember, you're solving for the entire argument first. Now that we know the value of 2x, we can solve for x. All we need to do is divide both sides of the equation by 2. Dividing both sides by 2, we find that x equals k times pi over 2. This is our second family of solutions. Let's write this down. The second set of solutions is x equals k pi over 2, where k is any integer. Again, this is a set of infinite solutions. We've found two sets of solutions. Let's list them together. From case 1, we found x equals k pi over 2. From case 2, we found x equals pi over 2 plus k pi. Now we need to combine these. Let's think about what values these expressions represent. We'll find a few for different integer values of k. For the first set, k pi over 2. If k is 0, we get 0. If k is 1, we get pi over 2. If k is 2, we get pi. If k is 3, we get 3 pi over 2. And so on. For the second set, pi over 2 plus k pi. If k is 0, we get pi over 2. If k is 1, we get 3 pi over 2. If k is 2, we get 5 pi over 2. And so on. Let's put all the unique solutions from these two lists together. 0, pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi, and so on. Notice a pattern. The solutions are 0, pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi, and they continue in multiples of pi over 2. It looks like the solutions are exactly the multiples of pi over 2. This is because the second set of solutions, x equals pi over 2 plus k pi, is already included in the first set, x equals k pi over 2. For example, when k is 1 in the first set, we get pi over 2. When k is 3, we get 3 pi over 2. When k is 5, we get 5 pi over 2. These are precisely the solutions from the second set. Therefore, our final answer is the more general one, which contains both. So, the final solution to our equation is x equals k pi over 2, where k is any integer. This single expression captures all possible solutions. Let's quickly recap what we did. We started with the equation sin x plus sin 3x equals 0. First, we used the sum to product identity to rewrite the equation. We transformed the sum into a product, getting 2 sin 2x cosine x equals 0. This allowed us to use the zero product property, which broke the problem into two simpler cases. We solved sin of 2x equals 0, and we solved cosine of x equals 0. Solving these cases gave us two sets of solutions. One set was x equals k pi over 2, and the other was x equals pi over 2 plus k pi. Finally, by carefully examining the two sets of solutions, we found that the second set was already contained within the first. Therefore, the comprehensive solution capturing all possibilities is x equals k pi over 2, where k is any integer. And there you have it. You are now able to solve trigonometric equations by using the sum to product identity to transform a sum into a product. Thanks for watching.